Good morning children. This is our next video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the chapter 2 of our 7th class mathematics. That is fractions, decimals and rational numbers. That is the name of the chapter. First of all, we have to learn what is meant by a fraction. Okay. Fraction is nothing but, see here I have given you some of the figures. Please observe the figures. Here first one I have taken a rectangle and I made into 4 parts. In those 4 parts, I shaded one part. Okay, that means it is completely a hole. In that hole, some part is removed or some part is taken or some part is shaded. Okay, here totally 4 parts. I made this rectangle into 4 parts and I shaded only one part. So we have to discuss about this particular part. That's why this is the one part out of 4 parts. It can be written as 1 by 4. Okay, here I have made the circle into 4 parts. Here I have shaded 2 parts. So out of 4 parts, I shaded 2 parts. So this can be written 2 by 4. This is the out of total 4 parts, I have taken 2 parts. That's why this is 2 by 4 parts. Okay, 2 out of 4 parts. Next, coming to the third one, here I have taken a triangle. I made it into 2 parts. In those 2 parts, one part I have shaded. That means out of 2 parts, one part is shaded. We can take it as 1 by 2. So this type of 1 by 2, 3 by 4 or 2 by 4, 1 by 4, 5 by 6, like this. The numbers, those are not complete numbers. Those are the parts of the total whole number, complete number or complete object. Parts, those we can call them as fractions. Okay. So in these fractions, we have different types of fractions are there. Fraction I told you, it is nothing but the part of a whole. Okay, fraction means it is nothing but part of a whole. Whole means complete. Complete object I have taken. That complete object I made into different parts. I know you all know about this apple. Suppose I have given you an apple. I ask you to make into 4 parts. So you can cut with the help of a knife. In those 4 parts, I offered you one part. Okay, take you one part and give another part to somebody, and 4th part to me. Like that, one part. How many parts? Totally 4 parts we separated. Okay, we cut the total apple into 4 parts. That means each person, how many parts they got? 1 by 4 of the apple. I got 1 by 4, you got 1 by 4, your friend is also getting 1 by 4. So like that, that is called the fraction. Part of a whole is called fraction. Okay. Then here we have different types of fractions are there. Different types of fractions. The first one we can take, that is called proper fraction. First type is proper fraction. So what is meant by proper fraction? And second one is improper fraction. Second one, improper fraction. And third one is mixed fraction. So these are the 3 types of fractions are there. So what's about these 3 types? What is meant by a proper fraction? What is meant by an improper fraction? What is meant by a mixed fraction? That we shall discuss now. So proper fraction. Fraction means, I told you this is the parts. The whole object is made into how many parts? In those parts, how many parts we have taken? Are we shaded? Are we cut off? Okay, that's why this 1 by 4 we can call it as a fraction. So if you observe this fraction, 1 is a number, 4 is a number. These all are whole numbers. Okay. Or integers or natural numbers. 1 and 4 are numbers. They are separated by a symbol by. By. We can call it as 1 by 4. We can call it as 1 by 4. Okay. So one whole object is divided into 4 parts. In those 4 parts we have taken one part. This is called 1 by 4. So 1 by 4, the by symbol is there. This is the main symbol. To the by symbol, above number is called numerator. We call it as numerator. And the bottom number is called denominator. Okay, numerator and denominator. That means in a fraction we will have two words are there, two new names. One is numerator and one is denominator. Denominator is below the by symbol, numerator is above the by symbol. Okay, so this is called a fraction. In a fraction we will have numerator and denominator. It is separated by. Okay, so now according to this we can classify the given fractions into different types, and what are the different types of fractions, how we have to define, that we shall see now. Okay now. So now we have to discuss about the types of fractions. In those types of fractions, the first one is proper fraction. Okay. What is meant by a proper fraction? Proper fraction is nothing but it is, I told you, part of a whole. Part of a whole in a fraction, I told you, one is called numerator, another one is called denominator. Numerator and denominator are separated with the help of a symbol that is called by. Okay, numerator divided by numerator by denominator. So please observe these examples. The first one I have given you 6 by 7. Second one 5 by 6. 3 by 4. 1 by 3. 7 by 9. Like that we can write number of fractions. But only here just I have given you 5 examples. From these 5 examples, if you observe the examples, compare the numbers with numerator and denominator. So 6 by 7, 6 is less than 7. 6 is less than 7. 6 is less than 7 means numerator is less than denominator. Yes or no? Numerator is less than denominator. 5 by 6, 5 is less than 6. So here also numerator is less than denominator. Okay, 3 by 4, here also numerator is less than denominator. 1 by 3, numerator is less than denominator. 7 by 9, this is also numerator is less than denominator. So from all these, if you observe, all numerators are less than denominators. So if in a fraction a numerator is less than the denominator, then we call it as a proper fraction. Understand? So from this we can say, in all proper fractions, numerators are less than denominators. Numerators are very less number and denominators are more, comparing to numerator and denominator. Understand? So like these fractions we call them as proper fractions. And the second one is there, that is called improper fraction. Actually I told you 3 types of fractions: proper, improper and mixed. Proper fraction is okay. The second one, improper fraction, that can be converting into mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is not separate one. It is obtained from the improper fraction. So what is meant by improper fraction? That we shall see. Okay. Improper fraction. The second one is improper fraction. See the examples here I have given. The second type is improper fraction. Improper fraction is also a fraction. Fraction means always it will have numerator and denominator. Okay. So numerator is there, denominator is there. Both are there. 7 by 6, 4 by 5, 8 by 7, 3 by 2, 5 by 4, etc. Please observe the difference between proper and improper fraction. Here, if you compare the numbers, this is the numerator and this is denominator. So numerator is greater than denominator. Here also numerator is greater than denominator. 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 So if in a fraction numerator is always greater than denominator, then we can call it as an improper fraction. Understand? Okay? An improper fraction. So this is the second type of fraction. Improper fraction means 7 by 6. How to make this into different parts? 7 by 6 means, suppose I have given you an apple, that I asked you to make it into 6 parts. I told you to take 7 parts. Is it possible? 6 parts, making 6 parts and taking 7 parts, it is not possible. That's why how we will do means, this can be divided by 6. 7 is divided by 6. Then we can get, like that we can convert them into mixed fractions. Mixed fraction means here one apple or one object is not sufficient. We have to take 2 objects. So 2 objects, each object we have to make it into 6 parts. Then first 6 parts over, second 6 parts, 1 part we are taking. Understand? That means one complete object is taken. After that, in the second object, we have taken one part out of 6 parts. Like that we have to discuss and we have to understand. Okay. For this, another example we shall take. This 6 by 5 is there. 6 by 5. 6 by 5 means, how we can do it? So that we shall see. 6 by 5 and 8 by 7, 3 by 2, 5 by 4, we have to discuss all these things. Okay. So for this improper fraction, I have taken an example 7 by 6. Okay. So how it is possible? Making the object into 6 parts, taking 7 parts. Is it possible? It is not possible. That's why what we will do is, we have to take 2 objects. Suppose one object I have taken a dairy milk chocolate or something. Okay. I have taken another chocolate. Totally 2 chocolates I have taken. Each chocolate I have to make into 6 parts. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts I have taken. So 6 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts, I made the total object into 6 parts. 6 parts I made and I have taken 6 parts. 6 by 6, that is equal to 1. Okay. After that, but here what is the number is there? 7 is there. So the second one also I have to make into 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 parts. Totally 12 parts are there. But each object I made into 6 parts. This is also 6 parts. So now I asked you to take 7 parts from these 2. Okay. 7 parts means first you will take these 6 parts. Completely you can take 6 parts out of 6 parts. That means 6 parts out of 6 parts is equal to 1. 6 by 6 is equal to 1. 1 is completed. And in the second object, we have to take this 1 part. Only 1 part. Okay. So 1 part means how we can write 1 by 6. Understand? This is complete object 1 and 1 by 6. So 7 by 6 can be written as 1 plus 1 by 6. Otherwise 1 and 1 by 6. This is called as 1 and 1 by 6. One complete object. After that, out of 6 parts I have taken 1 part. That is equal to 1 and 1 by 6 part. Okay. So 7 by 6 can be written and drawn like this. We have to understand like this. That 7 by 6 can be converted into this type of fraction. This type of fraction is called mixed fraction. What is meaning of mixed fraction? Mixed fraction is nothing but it is the complete number. Whole number will be there. Whole part will be there. After that, parts will be there. Okay. Whole number 1 and 1 by 6. 2 and 3 by 4. Like that. Here, if you observe this fraction, always it will be a proper fraction. Okay. So, improper fraction can be converting into mixed fraction. In that mixed fraction, fractional part, proper fraction will be there. Whole number part is there and fractional part is there. How we can find out? Suppose I have given you like this, you can make the given object into different parts and you can find out. But always we cannot do like that. It is not possible by doing the sums. Easily, how can we convert this 7 by 6 into 1 and 1 by 6? That we shall see now. Okay, 7 by 6 is converting into 1 and. See children, here I have taken 3 examples. For what purpose we are taking these examples? This is an improper fraction. How to convert it into in the form of a mixed fraction? That we shall see now. 7 by 6 I have taken. In this 7 by 6, 6 is, I told you this is called denominator. This is called numerator. Okay. By is nothing but divided by. So 7 divided by 6. 7 divided by 6, how we can write in our mathematics? 7 is divided by 6. So in 6 table, with 6 table we have to divide 7. If you divide 6 1 just 6, we know the division. 1 is the remainder. So here 0 is not remainder, 1 is the remainder. 6 1 just 6, the quotient which we got, that we can take it as the whole part. 6 1 just 6 is completed. After that, what is the remainder is here? 1. By with which number we divided? 6. So 7 by 6 can be converting into mixed fraction like this 1 and 1 by 6. Okay. Next, coming to second example. 8 by 5. 8 by 5 means here 5 is the denominator and 8 is the numerator. So 8 divided by 5. Its meaning is equal to 8 divided by 5. So 8 is to be divided with 5. 5 1 ja 5. Remainder is equal to 3. 3 is the remainder, that is less than 5. Understand? So we cannot divide later. We have to leave like that. So 5 1 ja 5. Whole part we got. This 8 by 5 is a improper fraction that we are going to convert to mixed fraction. 8 by 5. 1 is the whole number part and 1 is the whole number part and what is the remainder here? 3 is the remainder. And with which number we divided? 5. So 1 and 3 by 5. Okay. 8 by 5 can be written as 1 and 3 by 5. After completing this division and converting into mixed fraction, whether it is true or false, that we have to check. How to check this one? Here 7 by 6 or 8 by 5. Anything. 7 by 6. Okay. For this 1 and 1 by 6 we have written. 8 by 5 we have written 1 and 3 by 5. Okay. So after completion of the third sum we shall see how it will be converting. A mixed fraction can be converting into improper fraction. Understand? 9 by 7. 9 by 7 means 9 is the numerator and 7 is the denominator. We have to divide 9 with 7. Understand? So 7. 9 is divided by 7. We have to write like this. We have to divide like this. So 7 1 is 7. 2 is the remainder. How much remainder? 2 is the remainder. How can we write this one? Here 9 by 7. What is the whole number part? 7 1 is 7. 1 is the whole number part. Okay. 1 is the whole number part. What is the remainder here? 2. What is the denominator? 7. So 9 by 7 can be written as 1 and 2 by 7. Understand? Understood all of you how to divide, how to convert? an improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Okay. Now we discuss how to convert a mixed fraction into improper fraction. This is the reverse order, back to front. Now we have completed front to back. An improper fraction we have taken. That improper fraction is divided the numerator with denominator and we converted it in the form of a mixed fraction. Now what we will do is, the mixed fraction is to be converting into improper fraction. How? That we shall see now. Okay. See the same examples which we have done previously. Those only I have taken here. 7 by 6 is an improper fraction. It is converting into a mixed fraction. 1 and 1 by 6. Okay. 1 is the whole number part and 1 by 6 is the fraction part. So we have to read it as 1 and 1 by 6. Some of the students they will read 1 by 6. It is not correct. 1 and 1 by 6. 1 is the whole number and this is the fraction part. Like that. 8 by 5 is equal to 1 and 3 by 5. 1 and 3 by 5. 9 by 7 is equal to 1 and 2 by 7. 9 by 7 is equal to 1 and 2 by 7. Okay. So, these are the three we have taken. We converted the improper fractions into mixed fractions. Yes or no? Improper fractions into mixed fractions. Suppose now I have given you an improper fraction 1 and 1 by 6. This is equal to how much? That means please convert the mixed fraction into an improper fraction. Means how to do. Okay. So this we have to do. Before doing this one, we have to understand the divisibility criteria. Divisibility. Suppose in a division we have taken a number. Okay, I asked you to divide 10 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2. It can be written as 10 by 2. How to do this one? 10 is to be divided with 2. 2 5s are 10. The remainder is equal to 0. Okay. If the remainder is 0, you can multiply these two and you can get this one. Here this term is called dividend. This 2 is called divisor and this 5 is called quotient and this 0 is called remainder. That means in a division process we have 4 quantities are there. First one is dividend. Second one is divisor. And third one is quotient. And fourth one is remainder. Okay. Dividend, divisor, quotient, remainder. Okay now. Like this only. This to get this dividend 10, what we have to do? We have to multiply this divisor into quotient plus remainder. This is into and this is equal to plus. Okay. Then we can get the same number 10. To get 10, we have to multiply 2 into 5 10. 10 plus 0 is equal to 10. Understand? So this is the division process. In your previous classes, in your 5th class, 4th class, you learned about all these things. So now by using these, we have to do it. Okay. So the mixed fraction can be converting into an improper fraction. How to convert that we shall see now. 1 and 1 by 6 I have given. In this 1 and 1 by 6, I told you this is the whole number part and this is the fraction part. But by doing this division, 7 by 6. Okay. How we have done the division? Again we shall see. We shall do the division now. 7 is divided by 6. 6 1 is 6. 1 is the remainder. So this is equal to 1 and 1 by 6 we have written. Okay. 1 and 1 by 6 we have written. Means to get this 7, what I called you this 7? Dividend. This is divisor. This is quotient. This is remainder. So divisor into quotient plus remainder is equal to dividend. Instead of 7, we have written 6 into 1 plus 1. 6 into 1 plus 1 means if you come to this mixed fraction, 6 into 1 plus 1. Denominator into whole number part plus numerator. Divided by, with which number we divide? 6. So that 6 can be written. Means 6 into 1 plus 1 by 6. 6 1 ja 6 plus 1 7 by 6. So an mixed fraction can be converting into an improper fraction by using the division process. Understand? Here coming to the second one. To get 8 by 5. First of all, you forget about this 8 by 5. You have only 1 and 3 by 5. So 1 and 3 by 5 is an mixed fraction. This should be converting into an improper fraction. What to do? Here 5 is the denominator. 5 into whole number part plus numerator. Means 5 into 1 plus 3 divided by 5. 5 into 1 is equal to 5 plus 3 by 5. This is equal to 8 by 5. Okay, 8 by 5. That is the second one. Next, third one. 9 by 7 is equal to 1 and 2 by 7. Forget about this 9 by 7. We have to obtain this 9 by 7. 1 and 2 by 7. Take this 1 and 2 by 7. 1 and 2 by 7 means this is the denominator, this is the whole number part, this is the numerator. So 7 into 1 plus 2 divided by 7. 7 1 ja 7 plus 2 divided by 7 is equal to 9 by 7. The improper fraction which we got is 9 by 7. Okay. Understood all of you? Can you do some examples? If I give, can you do some examples? Okay. So, I think you understood how to convert an improper fraction into mixed fraction and mixed fraction into improper fraction. What's about proper fraction? Proper fraction is nothing but it is the part of a whole. It is the numerator is always less than the denominator. If in a fraction the numerator is always less than the denominator, then we can call it is a proper fraction. Okay. A fraction is, in a fraction, the numerator is more than the denominator or greater than the denominator, then we can call it as an improper fraction. Okay. Improper fraction can be converting into mixed fraction. So what is meant by mixed fraction? In a mixed fraction, first whole number part will be there, after that proper fraction will be there. Understand? Whole number part and proper fraction. The combination of these two, whole number part and proper fraction, combination, that's why we call it as mixing. We are mixing with whole number part with a proper fractional part. Whole number part plus fractional part. Okay, that's why we call it as mixed fraction. So these are the actually two types of fractions. In the second type, we converted the second type into another type, that is called third type, mixed fraction. Understood? Okay. Now we have to discuss about the comparison of fractions. Suppose I have given you two fractions or three fractions. How can you compare? Which one is bigger, which one is smaller? How can you compare? In your previous class, 6th class and 5th class, you learned about the comparison of like fractions. Like fraction means, suppose I have given you 1 by 5 and 3 by 5. If the denominators of the given fractions are same, we call them as like fractions. Okay. So here 1 by 5 and 3 by 5. Denominators are same. These are like fractions. We can compare these two. Here the numerator is 1, here the numerator is 3. Which one is bigger? So 3 is bigger. Therefore we can write 3 by 5 is bigger than 1 by 5. Bigger than means we have to show the symbol like this. 3 by 5 is bigger than 1 by 5. Okay. So like fractions means easily we can find out. Suppose I have given you two unlike fractions. Here I have given you 1 by 4 and 3 by 5. I asked you to find out which one is bigger and which one is smaller. That is, what is the meaning? In a whole object, I made it into 4 parts, I have taken 1 part. Okay, just imagine. Whole object, I have made it into 4 parts, I have taken 1 part. That 1 part is with me. Here, the same object, I have made it into 5 parts, I have taken 3 parts. So the 3 parts are also with me. Now you can imagine which 1 part is bigger or 3 parts are bigger. That we have to compare. So in general, if you have an object, suppose one cake is there, one chocolate is there, one apple is there, you can cut it and you can find out which one is bigger and which one is smaller. But we are in our mathematics. So in our mathematics, how to find out which one is bigger and which one is smaller? What we have to do is, first to take the first fraction and take the second fraction. Okay. For the first fraction, this is numerator, this is denominator, you know. The total numerator and denominator we have to multiply with the denominator of second fraction. Okay. That means 1 into 5 and 4 into 5. 1 5s are 5, 4 5s are 20. Just observe what we are going to do. The 3 by 5 is the second fraction. For this, denominator is 5, numerator is 3. That whole total fraction can be divided with the first fraction denominator. What is the first fraction denominator? 4. So we have to multiply with 4, the numerator and denominator. 3 4s are 12, by 5 4s are 20. Okay. This is equal to 1 by 4 is converting into 5 by 20. 3 by 5 is converting into 12 by 20. Now you can compare 5 by 20, 12 by 20. Which one is bigger? Easily you can identify. Why? Because these two, we convert them into like fractions. These are unlike fractions. They converted into like fractions. Understand? So in the like fraction, denominators are same. Then numerators you have to compare. So 12 by 20 is bigger than 5 by 20. So we can write 12 by 20 is bigger than 5 by 20. Or else we can write 5 by 20 is less than 12 by 20. Okay, 5 by 20 is less than 12 by 20. Or 12 by 20 is greater than 5 by 20. Like this we can compare the fractions. Okay, by multiplying the numerator and denominator of the first fraction with the second fraction denominator, and the total numerator and denominator of the second fraction is to be multiplied with the denominator of the first fraction. Understand? Okay? See children, after watching this video, you have to do a small homework. What is the small homework? Compute the following and write the result as a mixed fraction and an improper fraction. Here I have given you three questions. So this one you have to find out the mixed fraction, at the same time mixed fraction should be converting into improper fraction. Okay. Second one, which one is bigger? You have to compare 5 by 8 and 3 by 5. I have given you, you have to find out which one is bigger and which one is smaller. Second one, 5 by 7 and 3 by 4. And third one, 8 by 9 and 7 by 8. Okay. Please pause the video and note down the questions. After that, you have to do the sums in a practice book or homework book, and I will check it. Okay. In the next video, we shall discuss about the exercise 1 of this second chapter. Okay. In that exercise 1, we have nearly 10 or 12 sums are there, some working sums are there, some ordinary sums are there. Those we can complete. Okay. So, all of you understood? Okay. Have a nice day.